ducks, it's Simon. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Let's just move this. This is my Oracle Anatomy of a Witch, which I've just been playing with this evening. I haven't lit that candle. Let's give that a little light. Okay, so the deck that I want to share this evening is a third version, iteration, however you want to call it, third edition of the Linescape tarot. Now, I've not opened it yet. It's still sealed. This has had three. This is the lineage of the deck. So the Linescape tarot came out a couple of years ago, and this very first edition, I mean, gorgeous. But the cards are quite thin. I don't mean thin cardstock, I mean narrow. But beautiful. I love it. You get these kind of scenic and then these white lines depicting, you know, the figures here. We've got the Hermit card, the Hermit lantern there. Really, really nice. So that was, I've left a card in there. That was the first version, which came out a couple of years ago. And then last year, we had the new generation. So this is Linescape Tarot New Gen, first edition. And what happened here is the cards, they've still got this beautiful silver gilding, but it's got these multicoloured flecks in it. The backs are stunning. We just had a printed back here, and then we get this cold stamping here, which is just beautiful. The cards are wider, as you can see. They're more of a standard tarot size, and rather than the white lines, the white line work of the Linescape, we got a metallic, a silver metallic. And again, if you let's see how this is picking up on camera. If you look at it close up, you can see it's got this beautiful rainbow sort of effect. And this, again, absolutely stunning cardstock, really beautiful. And I thought that was probably it. But when I was sent the beautiful Ganeshan Village tarot, which I reviewed at the weekend, which was the copper edition, there was a couple of extra decks in the package that I received, and one of them being this version, which is the Evolution version. So it's, in fact, I'm going to leave a couple out so we can do a comparison. So this is Linescape's Tarot Evolution. And we've gone from tuck boxes to the usual what we get now with looking for a little knife. What we get now with Destiny. They've gone with these two-part boxes for all of their decks. But I'm yet to see what the evolution is for this deck. So let's just take the plastic off. I'm just really intrigued as to how this has been improved even further. So yeah, so it's the very thick boxes that they get. These are probably the sturdiest two-part boxes that I've known. It's almost like having a wooden box. Just take out the packaging. So that's the boxes. Okay, so, whoops, pop that there. Take it out of the packet. I mean, it looks like it's got the similar line work. Look at these. How beautiful is this? In fact, let's bring the camera down a little bit because I'm conscious that you're quite high up at the moment. Okay, so hopefully that's better. So as it says on the box, this is number 85 of 1,000. This one was 126 of 1,000. And what I have noticed that Destiny do is they'll have a limited print run of 1,000, And then rather than reintroduce more, they take it to another generation. So most of their decks that I've got multiple copies of, like Smith Tiny, Ganesian Village, they change them every time. Because what I've also noticed is the 1,000 might sound a lot, but they sell out very, very quickly. Their decks, you know, they don't stay around long. But it looks like they keep bringing out a new version every time they bring out, you know, another limited amount. So this is the certificate of authenticity. Let's bring the light down a little bit so you can see it. So gorgeous. I mean, this company is really becoming one of my favourite, you know, deck producers, manufacturers, just because the quality of these decks are gorgeous. And then we have the front and the backs. They always put them on. Again, I use these for bookmarks, and what beautiful bookmarks these are, or will be. Okay, so what's happened, I think, that's a little bit thicker by about 10 cards. That's about the same. I'm up to the Wheel of Fortune there. So the card stock is, does it feel thinner? Unless there was lots of extra cards. Yes, there are, look, there's lots of extra cards in this. So we stop at King of Pentacles, and you've got all these extra cards, that's why. And you have some additional ones here with the elements. Okay, so let's move them out of the way. That explains why that is. So what it looks like here, what are the edges like? So the edges are still this silver speckled design, so there's been no change there. The backs obviously have changed. And I love both versions actually. Both are really, really nice. This one has a little bit more cold stamping because you've got it all around the edges as well with the stars. But as you can see, we have the same figures. So we've got the Fool here, which, you know, they're stood with this inflatable flamingo, as we have in this card, but the background design has changed. If we look at the first one, although this one won't be in order, that's the only problem. Just so we can see kind of the evolution of this deck, if I can find quickly the Fool. Okay, so this is really interesting because what's happened is we've gone back to the original background image. So here is the original Fool, which again is this, you know, plain back, slim kind of cardstock. And then we went to a different design and then having the metallic cold stamping for the number lettering and the archetype. But now we've gone from the white line back to the original, as you can see here. That's interesting, isn't it? High Priestess has changed a little bit. So it's not an exact, you know, every card is going to be back like the original design, but it looks like that's what's happened in the main. And I can probably see why, or understand, I should say, why they've done that. You know, because if people have got used to having this deck, the original, and then they've improved it by having this metallic cold stamping, I would imagine that people have said, oh, what a shame that you changed the backs. You know, why didn't you just add the metallic images onto the originals rather than change it completely? So now that's probably what they've done. They've gone back and, you know, popped it on, certainly for the majority of the cards, the same background. All right, so I have shown this deck twice before, so I'm not going to spend a long time talking about it because, you know, I've already done the discussions around it, and I'll try and link them into the description below. But for now, we'll just do a flip through the cards so that you can see them, and, you know, if it's a deck that you want, then the information will be below. Oh my gosh, I actually got quite quite emotional looking at this. It's such a beautiful, beautiful deck, especially because it's a dark evening at the moment and I've got candles lit and lighting. It just makes these images really, really stand out. Again, the cardstock that Destiny use, and they found their winning formula now. You know, they've got the sturdy 2-part box. They've got this beautiful matte cardstock, which, look at this death card, how beautiful. And it just glides together like butter, giving you this kind of, you know, this gorgeous sound. Beautiful gilding, everything is just stunning. There was a couple of extra cards, so I don't know if you've noticed, there's an additional full card, which is card 22, completing the Fool's journey through the major arcana, through the world into a new Fool, you know, card 22, which not the first time it's been done, but Shimmer and Veil do it as well. Love this Happy Squirrel. This is probably one of my favourite Happy Squirrel cards. I mean, just look at them dancing through the rainbows. Really beautiful. Now, in the Linescape Tarot, that was the, what was it called? Next Gen. No, lifting the wrong one. That was the original New Gen. There was 3 extra cards, which was Earth, Sun and Sky. And what they've done here, and again, that's probably why that deck was a little bit thicker, because the cardstock is the same. They've put the 3 together, Earth, Sun and Sky. Don't know if you can see that. And we've got the 3 there. But look, there's these little elephant family. Do you see that little elephant? I'm trying to get it so it, perhaps it'd be better if I do it from a distance and then zoom in afterwards. But little elephant family roaming through the plains there, and there's a whale also diving out of the water, and then we've got the birds flying high in the sky. So you've got your earth, water, you've got the elements represented, you've got the sky, you've got the sun, you know, it's all there, air, fire, the sun, water and earth. It's just beautiful. I love it, absolutely love it. A couple that stuck out to me was the 7 of Cups. I loved this effect because you've got the colours here of, you know, the rainbow going from, or the chakras, however you want to look at it, you know, going from the reds to the indigo, violets, but these bulbs as well, when the light catches them, look, you get all the different spectrum of colours there as well. And I think it's such a gorgeous card. I also really like the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, which is a personal card for me. I really love it, but I just think this is so simplistic. And we've got these beautiful snowflakes on this grey and white card, and then this kind of industrial, bleak skyline here of buildings, and then you just get this couple here supporting one another out in the cold, and I just think it's beautiful. The idea behind Linescape is that you do have these lines coming in and out the cards which connect everything together. So everything you see will have a line in and a line out. I mean, look how beautiful that is. How gorgeous is that? So again, a line in. It all connects the cards, which I just think it's gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. I mean, look at that. Beautiful deck. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Okay, so there you have it. Do you have any versions? Do you have the first edition or the second edition? And if so, what do you think to the latest offering, which is the Evolution from the first? I think it's a really clever title to name this deck. I'm in love. I absolutely love it. All right, everybody, thank you for watching, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.